Five of Cups reversed. The Five of Cups reversed can indicate that new prospects and new projects are about to come into your life. It's a time to be hopeful and to reach out to others if you are in need of something, whether that need is for work, attention, concern, or anything else. Have faith in yourself and faith that your needs can be met. General, when you pull the reversed Five of Cups, you may have just been through a difficult time. The good news is that your recovery seems to be moving along well. Keep moving. Don't get stuck in things that are already over and done with. Work, although things may have been tough with regard to work lately, you are beginning to figure out that the only person you can truly control or affect in the situation is yourself. Think positively, and consider what is truly right for you. Keep a great attitude and be civil. That and the best work you can produce is all they have a right to expect. Love, with the reversed Five of Cups, you are beginning to realize that you can have a happy and meaningful love relationship, period. You do not have to accept abuse or trying to twist yourself into a pretzel to make something work with an unsuitable partner. If you're not yet feeling this way, you soon will be. Trust your instincts. Finances, the reversed Five reminds you to make a point to count your blessings and to be grateful for what you already have. Again, you are moving into a period where you are more in touch with who you really are and what you are really capable of bringing to the table in order to bring more prosperity into your life. Think positive, and cultivate your self-esteem. Health, as with the upright Five in this context, it's critical that you keep a positive attitude. If you just can't get over what someone did to you or what happened in your past, now is the time to get help in resolving these issues, before you cause yourself serious damage/pain by dwelling on your past. Forgiving other people is not for their benefit, it's for your own. Spirituality, you are ready for a fresh spiritual start and you are likely to be feeling renewed very soon, if you are not sensing this already. Make a point to bring in new and different information on spirituality which intrigues you. You can do this through meeting new people, obtaining information on different faith traditions, or even reading philosophy. Allow yourself to have some new information to chew over. Tarot history. The history of the tarot is shrouded in mystery. Very little in the way of concrete information is known about its origin, although many things have been written about it. We will probably never know the truth, as fact and fiction seem to be irrevocably mixed nowadays. The tarot originated in northern Italy in the early 15th century, sometime between 1420 to 1440. Despite the fact that it is often attributed to originating from China, Egypt, India, or Morocco, to name just a few, there is absolutely no evidence that this is the case. Nor, as is often quoted, is there any evidence whatsoever that the tarot was brought to Europe by the Romanis. The name tarot is often attributed to being Egyptian, Hebrew, or Latin. This is not the case. The earliest names are all Italian in origin. The cards were originally called carte de triomphe. Around 1530 the word tarocchi began to be used to differentiate them from a new game of triumphs that was in vogue at the time. The etymology of this new word is unknown. The German variant was known as tarot and the French tarot. The symbolism for the tarot is drawn from the culture of medieval and Renaissance Europe. The tarot subjects are distinctive to European Christendom. The symbolism does not come from Egypt or any of the other exotic locales often mentioned. It is often stated that modern-day playing cards evolved from the tarot. This is not the case. Modern-day playing cards came to Europe courtesy of Islam. They were an adaptation of the Islamic Mamluk cards. They appeared quite suddenly in many different European cities between 1375 and 1378. These early cards had suits of cups, swords, coins, and polo sticks, and courts consisting of a king and 2 male underlings. The tarot adds the Fool, the trumps, and a set of queens to this system. Sometime before 1480, the French introduced cards with the now familiar suits of hearts, clubs, spades, and diamonds. The Joker is not original to either the early form of modern-day cards, or to the tarot, but instead originated in the USA around 1857 and was used as a wild card in poker as well as the highest trump in euchre. It is also often stated that the Catholic and Protestant churches outlawed the tarot and all who used it in an effort to stamp out so-called heretical teachings. This is not the case. The Inquisition documented what the Church considered as evidence of heresy in great detail. The tarot was not even mentioned. After the Reformation, less controversial images for the Pope and Papess were substituted by card makers as the Church had objected to the original images. It is often said that the tarot was not used as a divination tool prior to 1781. The tarot was used as early as the 16th century to compose poems describing personality characteristics. There is historical evidence that in one case at least these verses were presented as relating to the person's fate. In other words, divination. Divinatory meanings were assigned to the tarot in Bologna in the early 1700s, and this is the first unambiguous evidence of tarot divination. Ordinary playing cards were connected with divination as early as 1487. It is not unreasonable to think that the tarot was also. The tarot has often been attributed with being a pillar of Western esoterica occultism. This is certainly not the case. The first occult writers to discuss the tarot were Court de Gabellin and the Comte de Mellet in 1781. The tarot was not mentioned in any occult work for the first 350 years of its existence. The terms Major Arcana, Minor Arcana, High Priestess, and Hierophant are anachronistic when referring to the older tarot decks. The historically appropriate terms are the Trumps and the Fool, the suit cards, Papess or Popess, and Pope. Likewise, Pentacles and Wands are relatively recent substitutions for the traditional suit names of coins and staves or batons. The original Italian titles of the cards were in some cases different from the later French titles that have become familiar to us through the Tarot de Marseille and its descendants. Also, the ordering of the trumps varied considerably in Italy where the cards originated. It is not known which ordering is the earliest one. Even the number of cards in the deck varied a great deal. So care should be used in making statements about the original meaning of the cards based on the familiar titles and ordering. Many believe that the Waite-Smith Tarot is the original, standard, or most authentic tarot deck in existence. This is absolutely untrue. The Waite-Smith/Rider-Waite deck was created in 1909. Not even 100 years ago, making it a relative newcomer in the almost 600-year history of the tarot. There is actually no definitive version of the tarot.